Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel from Woodworking with Dash, and today we're not going to be making any boxes. We're going to be making a dinner setting, 8-piece dinner setting. I've made this 8-piece dinner setting, and this is a pattern that I've used in mine. You can see the salt and pepper shakers, the vase holders, the placemats, the wine holders, the wine glass holders. This is the centre there under the fruit is the Lazy Susan. So we will be making a complete dinner setting. Should be fun. Let's have a go. It's a great looking dinner setting, isn't it? Very unique. So we're making the big chopping board with the juice groove all the way around. That's made out of 25mm. And most of the other things are made out of 18mm and then planed down to about 14mm. You don't want these other cutting boards or plate mats to be too thick because they just look out of proportion. Plate mats are going to have breadboard ends, so the grain's going to run the opposite way, so that keeps them flat. But if you just had a piece of timber only about half inch thick, this big, it'll warp. So that's what we're doing with that one. Okay, the first trick is to pick what pattern you're going to use. All the timbers that I'm going to use, you can get from Bunnings. For the pattern, the red timber is going to be Jarrah, which is that one there. The black timber, I've used wenge, but I haven't got any more wenge, so I'm going to substitute it for Merbu. So Merbu is going to be the black brownish timber, and the white timber on the other side is going to be Heaver. Again, that you can get it from Bunnings. So all the timbers that we make the placemats, that's the Heaver. All the timbers that we make the placemats and boards out of, you can get from Bunnings. The bulk of the boards are going to be made out of beech, European beech. Great timber and a really good price at Bunnings too. I think really good. It comes out well. You see with this light brown colour, it just looks great. And you can also get it in the 25mm for the cutting boards too. So that's it. So the first thing is, once you decided what pattern you're going to have, now let's glue up a lot of pattern material. Okay guys, I've cut the Jarrah, which was 25mm thick to begin with. I cut that to 25mm too, so it's a square now, 25 by 25. And I'll plane one side down to 20mm. So the Jarrah has to be 20mm thick. And we'll leave some of them at 25s, that's for the big chopping boards. Okay guys, it's dry now, we'll take me out of the crap. It's a new day. Another glorious day in the shed. Damn. Okay. Just break apart now, I hope. Okay, where am I there? It just shows you how good this glue is. I got one little bit on it. I can't get the bloody things apart. Hey guys, I finally got them apart with a hammer and a chisel. You see how good that glue sticks? Damn, it's good glue. Okay guys, I've taken the patterns out of the cramps and I've cut them roughly to the size that I want. I've got the wings of the carving board all cut, so I put them in the cramps now, but they're 25mm thick. Same as the coasters. They're 25mm thick. I got the wings cut, so after they're glued up, I cut them down the guts, and they only end up to be about 8mm wide each. Guys, this is what you call old school cramping. I've got some old sash cramps here. You can put on a lot of pressure with these. But, again, they're a bit bulky, so that's why people use the Bessies and all the other ones. But these work well. These work really well. Now these are the sort of cramps we only had for years. We didn't have all the fancy equipment. We just made do with what we had. See how easy it is to glue up the pattern now? I only got one side to glue up each side, but they're already glued up. Okay. That's it, grab them in a bit. Nip them up. You always got to put one on top. Otherwise it might bow up. That bows it the other way. I just want to tell you about the panel that you get from the big box store. Now this on the beach. It's a great panel for making any woodworking project. Look at the colour of that. It comes out magnificent. And it's cheap. Okay guys, everything's in the cramps, all glued up now. We're just waiting for everything to dry. So while we're waiting for it to dry, it's time for our second field trip. Yay! Hey guys, we're off to part 2 of our visit to the State Library. Should be fun. This is a funky picture of Melbourne. Pretty cool, isn't it? Nice painting. This is a painting of the 1939 bushfires. Well, look at the anguish in the horses' faces. It's a magnificent picture. You can see the fire in the background there. I like it a lot. That's Ned Kelly's armour. Ned Kelly was an Australian bushranger of the 1880s. A bit of a legend in Australian folklore. Look at all the bullet holes into the armour. He must have protected himself good. That's another ceiling in the State Library. Imagine making that. Look at the curves in that. Magnificent. Leading down to a new parquetry floor made of ash, I think, that leads into an old parquetry floor made of jarrah. You just see the two totally different periods. And that's another one of the magnificent settings. Look at those dormer windows, an arch leading into an arch. Try making that. Another magnificent door. Of course, the domed reading room, I couldn't go past that again. 6 stories high, with a magnificent dome on top. What a room. Before the internet, everybody came to the library to do research, and they sat in that room. Magnificent, isn't it? And that's one of the markets on the way down to the NGV. People go to markets not to buy, but to look. I never did any good at markets. With my boxes. Okay guys, we've been to the State Library today. Very noisy in the city today. Very hard to find a spot where I can talk. So we're down here at the in the garden of the NGV, the National Gallery, one of my favourite spots. But as you know, I'm into art too, not just woodwork. I'll pan around for you so you can see where we are. Great spot, this back garden. I'll be liking all the different scenes in Melbourne that I'm showing you at the moment. So it's a bit different than being in the shed. It's good to get out of the shed sometimes. Okay guys, time to take the cutting board out of the big cramps. See what we've got. These cramps are old, but they probably work good. Yep. Come up quite well. I've taken the other there now, and we'll just plane them all up now, and then we'll take it from there. Guys, I've planed all the timber up and it come up great. And now I'll work on the big carving board and the coasters. Okay guys, you see how I cut the coasters down on the bandsaw. I'll put them through the planer in a minute and they'll be ready to cut the size. And I've got to put the juice groove in for the big cutting board. I made a jig up ages ago so the router runs around the outside of the plywood here. But you've got to be confident with it, but you can't let it go off the plywood. If it goes inside, you'll stuff it. The cutting board is all finished. All just needs to be sanded and oiled. I put the juice groove in, as you see, and I've routed the edges. I put a 45-degree moulding on the edges. So that's all finished now. I've also finished the small breadboard. It's the same. That just needs to be sanded now. I put a 45-degree moulding on that one too. So these two are finished. So I'll put them aside. The next one we're going to work on is the round one. Hey guys, the masking tape method to join two bits of timber together so you can router them. Just put a bit of masking tape on each side and then just super glue. Okay, just a few dabs of super glue to hold it. And then when you pull it apart, the masking tape will come off. That's what you want. Okay, then just line it up. Press on it for a minute or so. Okay guys, we'll work on the placemat now. Tongue and groove joined in the breadboard end. So we'll do the tongue over on the dado head and we'll put the groove in on the saw and then we can cramp it all together. Okay guys, I've taken the placemat out of the cramps, come up well nice and flat, and I'll whack it with the sander a couple of times just to flatten the joint off, and then cut it to size, and then we'll do the V groove in where the joins are, just to highlight the joins. Okay guys, we're just about done. We've made all the boards and the coasters. We've made the placemat. I've just got to sand it all up now, and we'll polish that. And the bread and butter plate, we'll polish that too. Same with the coasters, we'll polish that too. But anything that's got to touch food, you got to oil it. You don't polish it. So we'll oil it with mineral oil. The bread and butter board will be oiled, and the big carving board will be oiled. Okay guys, we've finished our first part of our two-part series of how to make a table setting. We made the large chopping board and oil with that, they come up great. One of the placemats, yeah, we polished that up, they come up really nice too. Same with the coasters. And we've got an oil bread board and a bread and butter plate. In the next series we're going to be making the vase holder, the butter dish, the wine glass holder, salt and pepper shake. That's it for this video. Until the next time, please subscribe, ring the bell, you know what to do. I hope you're enjoying the videos as normal. I think you are. And we'll make the second part next time. See you then guys.